Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am Christine. If you're new here, I appreciate you stopping by. And if you're returning, thank you so much for being a part of my community. Anyhow, today is going to be just one easy Dollar Tree craft. So, I've always believed that you don't have to be rich, wealthy to have a beautiful home. You just have to rethink how you're going to get that. You can always DIY projects that you see in these beautiful magazines, and you can do it on a budget. So that's what my channel is exploring, because I like nice things. I don't like paying ridiculous prices. I like spending my money on different things. And, your staples in your home, your furniture and all, yes, spend a good bit of money on them. But, for different wall art or whatever, or just decor pieces to sit out, there's no need, because there's an easier way to do it. So that's what my channel's exploring. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed today. Thumbs up, I appreciate it. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Smash that subscribe button, and let's get doing this, you guys. I appreciate it. Hey you guys, thanks for stopping by. This is our pizza pan project. If you see anything in this video today that you like, please consider smashing that subscribe button and becoming a part of my channel here. I would really appreciate it. So we have a pizza pan from Dollar Tree, some nautical rope left over. We only need a piece long enough to go around the inside of that pizza pan, and some fabric from Crafter Square. And I really liked this black and white buffalo check pattern. I have got some Mod Podge, some Ditsy Belle chalk paint in cotton, and some Ditsy Belle chalk paint in barn red. So, and I've got a stencil, obviously. So your stencil can be anything. I just love the cows now. That's in. So I chose a cow stencil, and that is from Temu, but you can get stencils anywhere and to your liking, obviously. So we're just going to paint. I only did one coat of paint on the inside. I'm not going to worry about the back. It's going to be hanging somewhere. So I'm not concerned about the back. I'm just going to leave it. It's silver. But the reason why I'm painting everything, even where we're going to Mod Podge this fabric, is because that white background will make it pop better, and it'll give it something better to adhere to, because obviously the pizza pan is very slick. So I'm just going to put wherever I want my fabric. I try to use the least amount to save some fabric for a later project, so I'm putting it kind of near the edge. I'm going to take my Sharpie and just go around the edge. That seemed to be the easiest way to think about this. And of course, we've got that nautical rope, so if you do make a little mistake there, you've got some give there to cover up. So anyhow, we're just going to go around the edge with our Sharpie, mark this out, and then use our scissors and cut that out. And I did take this fabric after I cut it, and I went and ironed it. So I don't know, maybe iron it before. Didn't matter. I mean, it really fit good either way. So, but I did go and iron it because, of course, where it was folded, it had some creases in it. So I went and pressed that, and then we're going to put down a good layer of Mod Podge. And what I would suggest would do kind of sections. That way you know that you can smooth it out as you go. And my fabric did lay completely flat. So I had no ruffles, bubbles, whatever. It did lay completely flat. We are going to Mod Podge the top of it, but we're going to do our stencil first. And the reason why we're going to do our stencil first is because the Mod Podge will help marry the stencil into the fabric, if that makes any sense. But it helps to protect all of it, and so it just looks like a seamless project. And you can see me here finishing up with the Mod Podge and just straightening everything out. And then here's our little stencil. So just kind of center it as much as you can. I just kind of eyeball things a lot of times, but it was easy with this because you only have a limited amount of space anyhow, so you can see the edges. So now with your stenciling on fabric, don't use too much paint, but you've got to use more than you would, say, if you were stenciling onto a wood project, because that fabric really is going to absorb a lot of that paint. Even though it is a good barn red, solid red color, you're still going to want to put a little bit more paint in there than you normally would. So just finishing up your stenciling project, and then once we get through with that, we're going to go to our nautical rope and hot gluing that down. We are going to just hot glue that down. And what I suggest, what I'm going to do is, because I am going to put a bow on this, I started at the very top because that's where I was going to put the toe. Now look at that cow. Isn't he just gorgeous? Anyhow, so I started at the top. Now if your ends, since it is a leftover piece, if they're a little bit separated, certainly use some hot glue and kind of put those together. I just kind of used the hot glue once I got it in place and worked with it so that they're not frayed out. So start at the top, go completely around. I was generous to a good bit with this hot glue. I just want this to stay good. So just go all the way around. And then, like I said, I did put a bow. Bow is totally optional. But wait till you see this ribbon. And I got both of these ribbons from Dollar Tree. So this is a complete Dollar Tree project except for the stencil. And you may be where they have Dollar Tree stencils. I don't know. I haven't seen any. So, but everything is Dollar Tree other than that. But the one ribbon has got little red trucks on it. It's adorable, so I couldn't resist. Now my bows, I am not a fantastic bow maker. These ribbons that I got did not have wired edges, so they're just going to basically flop. So if you want something to really stand out and give some prominence to your project, use a wired edge ribbon. But I didn't want anything real large. I didn't want anything to take away from the cow itself because he is gorgeous. Here I am just putting down a generous amount of Mod Podge. But with my bows, like I said, I'm not a professional bow maker. Mine come out decent. Certainly other people make way better bows. And I actually have that little bow maker machine, but whatever. So I just take mine, fold it over. I like to double mine most of the time. I just don't like little single bows most of the time unless it's a small project. So I double mine. And then I layered this pretty little like burlap jute twine ribbon from Dollar Tree. I layered it on top because it was a little bit smaller. So you can see the red trucks. And I do the same with it. I just make it just a little bit smaller. Do with the ends of your bows whatever you want if you want to dovetail. But these are thinner, so I'm just simply going to cut them at an angle. And I did take and hot glue down the tails of the one with the red truck, which was my longer one, just because I did not want the ribbon to get in the way of my wording that says farm life. So just keep that in mind. You can always manipulate your tails with some hot glue. So you're just going to see me here working with the bow, and then you're going to see the finished project. And this is gorgeous, y'all. For just a few bucks, and you've got plenty of paint left over. Of course, the nautical rope was already left over, so that didn't cost me anything. I've got plenty of fabric left over if I wanted to do another one. I'm pretty sure I could do another one. So now my bows, I do tie them sometimes with jute twine. This time I opted for some thin floral wire, and I just left enough to I could put them both together. So you'll see me here twisting one and then doing the other. And then you'll see me right here using the leftovers to twist them together. And I'm simply going to hot glue that in place where we started our nautical rope to cover up any kind of seam up there. And just because a bow adds a lot to a project, but totally optional, you guys. But this is a beautiful project, y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button Any comments I really appreciate, and always welcome to my channel. Thank you.